Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm David Rooney, publisher of the Revelstoke Current, and welcome to In Conversation, my periodic discussion of all things political with people who are political. And my guest this morning is Doug Clovechok. He's the BC Liberal candidate in the upcoming provincial election.
Hey, David. Good to see you again. Yeah, we're doing really good. Happy to be back in Revelstoke and enjoying ourselves so far.
And you've had some unique hospitality while you're here. You were at the Rod and Gun Club there.
Absolutely. We started yesterday with some political meetings here with our supporters here in Revelstoke, and had a great time at one of your local bars and met a lot of people and folks that I had not met before. And then the Rod and Gun Club, that's the sixth year now that my wife and I, Susan, have been here. So it was a great event. It always is a great event. So we really enjoyed ourselves.
I noticed that you were at the head table with Norm MacDonald.
We were at the head table, and it was fine. I mean, and last night in the little speech that I gave, I thanked Norm for his service. You know, someone who dedicates 12 years of his life. And needs to be recognized for that. So it was fine. Yeah, I wish him well. He's off to teach apparently in Asia. So good luck. And
in Asia.
That's what he told me. So I wish him luck and wish him well. And it's time for Revelstoke to have a government MLA.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's really good.
We'll see how that all shakes out.
But enjoyed the dinner. The food was fantastic. Talked to lots of people. I guess the fun thing about that dinner for Susan and I now, David, is that over the last 6 years when we've been here, and we've been here a lot in Revelstoke, and we've not only gotten to know people in Revelstoke, we've become really good friends with people here in Revelstoke, and we know their issues, whether they're provincial or federal or local. There's lots of local issues going on. But it's nice to come here, and we're made to feel very, very welcome, so we appreciate that.
Well, speaking of issues, the provincial budget came out.
It sure did, yeah, it sure did.
What do you make of it?
Well, you know what, David, it's a big budget. It's a big budget, and not only because I'm a BC Liberal, but I live here in the Columbia River Revelstoke riding, obviously. But I guess to summarize what that budget looks like, and then we can get into some more of the specifics. But budgets don't happen on their own. We've had the 5th consecutive balanced budget. No other political province or anyone in Canada can brag about that. And we're not bragging, you know, it sounds like we're bragging, but my dad once told me that if it's the truth, it can't be bragging. So I'm telling you the truth. No other political organization or province in Canada has a balanced budget. We've had 5 of them. So that doesn't happen by accident. We've been very fiscally prudent in our approach to spending taxpayers' dollars. We've maintained our AAA credit rating, which is the only province in Canada to do that. And people will say to you, David, so what? What's the big deal on that? Well, it's kind of like, excuse me, it's kind of like when you go and mortgage your house, you want the lowest possible rate you can get so that your interest payments are the lowest. So when we go and borrow money for infrastructure, for schools, for hospitals, because we're building lots of them, and our roads are getting improved, we borrow that money. And that AAA credit rating keeps our interest payments lower than any other province in Canada. If we were living in Ontario, with the current provincial debt that we have today, we would be paying yearly $2 billion more than we're paying today on that interest. And that's because we maintained our triple credit rating. We've got one of the lowest tax thresholds anywhere in North America. We're doing really, really well. And the thing about our budget, which is it's focused to put money back into the pockets of British Columbians. It's because we have a strong economy, and it's because we had a plan. If you recall, David, back in 2013, we came out with a plan.
Yeah.
And that plan, and we followed that plan, our jobs plan, all those other plans that we had, we followed those plans, and guess what? Did they all work? No, they sure didn't. I mean, there's a downturn in oil, and we're not as far ahead as we would like to have been with LNG. But we're there. We got one going on, wood fiber LNG in Squamish. It's happening. So these things don't happen on their own, and we're really proud of our budget. And we're the envy of all of other Canadians, because we've got people moving. You got to remember, David, back when the NDP were last in power, and you don't want to look backwards, you always want to look forward, so I don't like to do that a lot, but people were leaving en masse out of this province. Well, guess what? They're moving back en masse from all over Canada. And why? Because this is the best place in Canada to live, work, raise our kids, and love the ones that we love. So overall, I think it's a strong budget. MSP premiums, the Premier has been on record, and you'll hear people say, oh, you know what, they raised the MSP premiums. The Premier has been on record, we want to eliminate MSP. In 2018, 2 more million British Columbians under the threshold of $120,000 are going to be paying half of the MSP premiums they pay today. And that's not with any income tax. We're not hiding this tax. We're just eliminating it, and our goal is to eliminate the entire thing. The Premier's been very clear about that. And we're not going to put a hidden tax in there. We're not going to add it onto your income tax. The NDP constantly talk about, well, we'll eliminate it, but they don't have a plan of how they're going to do that. And how can we do these things? Because we've got a strong economy, and part of that is that balanced budget. So you're going to see things like the MSP premiums. It's important. And then we've got other, like the Trans-Canada Highway, for example. I mean, we've got lots of great things going on there too, as you know. So the budget overall, I think it's strong. It represents British Columbians. It proves, fact check it.
Yeah.
Fact check it. We said we were going to do X, and we did X and Y. So we've done more than we said we were going to do. And I think, you look at the BC Chamber of Commerce, rave reviews. We've been given great reviews from even unions. You'll see people talk about, it doesn't represent seniors. My good Lord, read the budget. Do your homework, folks, because seniors are in those budgets. And I'm really proud of it, and I'm proud. It's exciting, and it just demonstrates, I think, how great this province is doing and what a bright future we have. So stay tuned, because there's going to be more.
That's good.
Yeah, we're excited. We're excited, and I'll tell you what, there's a lot of other people. British Columbians are excited by it. They are excited by it.
A cynic might suggest that this is a pre-election budget.
Well, you know what? Cynics are cynics. You can say what you want, but this is budget time.
Yeah.
Every year, budgets come out at the same time, and what you look at with our province right now, we've had our surpluses, and we've done what I've just said we've done. This is the time we need to celebrate as British Columbians. We're not buying votes. We've earned those votes, David.
Mm-hmm.
We've earned them because we've done what we said we were going to do, because we had a plan. And the other guys don't have plans. They just have shallow promises.
Well, let's hope May 17th, you guys win.
May 9th.
May 9th, sorry.
May 9th, yeah. May 9th. You know what? We're not taking this for granted. I'm working like I'm in third place. We're hearing great things up and down Columbia River Revelstoke, which is a huge riding, as you know. Getting really positive feedback. People are excited about the things that are happening in British Columbia. They're excited about change, having a government MLA for the first time in 13 years. But we're working hard, and I think what you'll find is that our Premier is the hardest worker of all of us. And she's not complacent, and she tells everybody, you guys got to work harder. You're working hard, Doug? You betcha I am, Premier. We'll work harder. Work harder. And she's inspiring in that way, and that's what we're doing. So cynics being cynics, I have no crystal ball, but I can tell you that there's not one candidate in our party that isn't working as hard as I am, because we're all working hard together.
Good.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the Trans-Canada.
Yeah.
We have a lot of interest in the Trans-Canada here.
Well, David, it's a big issue, and it's been a big issue for years and years and years. And I just came across yesterday. I tell you, the roads were great. Roads were great. We're heading back this afternoon, and looks like the roads are going to be good again. But we just had an announcement, as you are aware of, combined almost $500 million of funding, joint funding from the federal government and the provincial government are going into the 20 of the Trans-Canada highways. The 14-kilometer stretch in the Kicking Horse Canyon, probably one of the most challenging pieces of highway that anybody's ever tackled before. It's going to start happening right this spring. From Donald Station, just west of Golden, towards Golden, there's some more that's going to go on there. But it's going to create 1,400 jobs for people right here in our region. So we're really excited by it. We made that promise. It was part of our BC Transportation Plan that we were going to start with this work, and that's exactly what we're doing. We in 2013, we committed $650 million to it. Well, it started. So again, David, I want to just kind of loop back to what I said before. We gave our word that it was going to happen, and it's happening. And British Columbia's excited by it. So yeah, and the minister made that announcement last week in Kamloops.
That's right.
And again, we're excited. I mean, there's so many good things going on, and you're always going to find those naysayers, or as you put it, those cynics, but let them talk. There's a lot of really exciting things happening.
Well, I noticed even the NDP lauded you guys for.
Well, they did.
Yes.
They did, and it's been a lot of hard work, and I'm proud to say that even as a civilian, I've had some impact on that. If you recall, David, I organized a meeting with the mayor here of Revelstoke, with the Minister of Transportation, the Solicitor General, the Attorney General, the Minister of Mines and Energy, Greg Kyler, who's the MLA in the Shuswap, Todd Stone, the Minister of Transportation's Chief of Staff, and we looked at those issues. We looked at the fact that there wasn't a level 4 traffic analyst in Golden. We looked at that there wasn't a corner here in Revelstoke. We looked at the 20 of the highway. We looked at all of those things, and guess what? Those things have started to happen. There is a traffic analyst in Golden now. There is a corner here that helps associate itself with keeping that highway open. So I'm really proud that as a civilian, I was able to help move that dial with people. And I'm so much looking forward to the fact that if I can do that as a civilian, what can I do as an elected representative for the people of this riding? So again, really excited.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Having a great moment.
Announcement.
Yeah, yes, I'll edit this out.
Yeah.
I understand you've had conversations with Todd Stone recently?
Yeah, I mean, Todd, the nice thing about being on the campaign trail, I mean, you're all, well, it's not only the campaign trail, but since the last election, as you know, David, I had the honor to sit on the executive of the BC Liberal Party, and the learning curve that I challenged there, I've learned so much more, and you and I have had this conversation before. That experience of losing in the last election was a win for me in many ways, because that losing really made me a stronger candidate. I'm a way better candidate than I was the last time. For a lot of different reasons, and so you have that collegiality, you have those connects that with these guys. So yeah, I talk to Todd as frequently as I can, but he's going to be coming to Revelstoke sometime in March, and we're going to have an announcement at some point when he comes that I think people in Revelstoke are going to really enjoy. So can't get too specific on it, but the minister will be here sometime this coming month.
Oh, you're such a tease.
Oh, well, you can't show all your cards, but it just goes to show us that, again, we're working on things for people here in the riding, from Kimberley all the way down. We've got our campaign office opened up in the Columbia Valley. We picked our spot here yesterday. It's great. It's going to be a fantastic location.
Where's it going to be?
Well, it's right almost next door to Zala's.
Oh.
Right in that strip as you're coming into town and going out of town. So we're excited. We're really pumped about this. We're working, again, like I say, we're hard. We've been knocking on the doors. We've been doing events, and it's exciting. I'm just really enjoying this.
Oh, good.
I'm going to enjoy it even more when we win and become the MLA for the Columbia River Revelstoke.
Well, I wish you luck.
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah.
Doug, thank you very much.
It's always a pleasure, my friend. And thanks to the people of Revelstoke for being so open and gracious to us. We really appreciate that.
Good.
Thank you very much.
And ladies and gentlemen, that brings this edition of In Conversation to a close. Thank you very much for watching.